What's going on, everyone? Choco here, and welcome back to some more How to Minecraft Season 6. And we're going to be doing something kind of goofy today. It's going to be a relatively short episode. We're entering the farming age of everything, and I'm starting to make considerations for estate farms and stuff like that. I did kind of come to a weird realization, kind of unintentionally, was like, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, we can't actually build all of our farms in the... I kind of was just like derping when I was designing it, and I didn't really think it all the way through. But yeah, we absolutely can. Oh, I forgot my bed. I forgot my bed. It's fine. We'll risk it. All right. So yeah, basically, the estate can hold some farms, but there are certain farms that I'm going to try to avoid putting near there. There are also certain farms that are either mechanically would just be difficult to put in that area, or if it's not at least mechanically, it is somewhat of an issue / hassle in other ways. So for example, the iron golem farm mechanically is a problem. Crop farms are somewhat of a problem because of their footprint, and they're not really something that would be, I wouldn't describe it as well like lent or suited towards that purpose. So what we're gonna be doing here is I'm just gonna get some of this ice here today, and then that's gonna lead into a couple of other things. I was thinking about the furnace array and how we wanted to set that up. That will be 100% in the estate underbelly area. And so will the storage area, because obviously we want our home area to be the place where we bring back most of the resources. I think we might need to do an alteration though before any of this for an iron golem farm. I know you might be like, but you made one. Like, why are you making another one? And yes, I do mean make another one, which I know is kind of in and of itself kind of strange. But basically, the problem with the farm that I've been having with the Doc M farm, it's a phenomenal farm, don't get me wrong. But because they forget, like, they have the ability or I guess the inability to perfectly retain their memories about, like, this is where I work and stuff like that, it's been something of a problem because it's killing my rates, like absolutely murdering my rates. And so I think, generally speaking, it would be in our interest to kind of move away from that a little bit. So that's kind of where my head is at the moment, is I think I would like to not have to worry about that as much, is kind of, I guess, where I'm going with it. Again, this might be kind of like, okay, so why? But I want more iron. I want it to be something that's a little bit more efficient. On the server, again, because we're trying to be a little bit more careful about how we're doing certain things, like, you know, I don't want to go too Hamtaro when it comes to resource stuff. There was a long ago made agreement. I don't know if it really matters anymore, but basically there was this agreement of, like, I'm not going to put any farms that are going to be near other people's activities that are going to be, like, ludicrous, right? Because they'll be loaded more often, I'll get more resources, it will make me kind of drift further away, and blah, 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 blah. So towards that end, I think that we're going to make a new iron farm, but I do want the resource rate to be able to build higher. I also want something that you guys can build that will not break. It's a weirdly large problem. I know it's kind of like, what do you mean? But, like, it's a really big problem on that build. I don't know what it is, but the Doc M build, like, the fix that I made for it works, but it cuts the rate down because every now and then, instead of me getting a chance of double golem spawns, because the villagers are placed far enough from each other where they should be able to call 2 reinforcement calls, it only does 1 every so often, right? And while that's not inherently a problem in terms of, like, I'm not starved for iron or whatever, but it isn't great for having a ton of iron. And we're going to be doing stuff now with, like, mine carts and hoppers and all this other junk, and it's expensive. It's really quite expensive. I think I actually might chop down some trees. Let's do that. So yeah, it's one of those things where I think we might need to kind of evaluate our options a little bit more for the iron farm. I think I am going to pull the trigger on this other farm. I have no idea to pronounce his name. It's like Nembon or something is, I believe, the design that I think we're going to go with. It's an absolutely brilliant design. I really enjoy it because it's the idea behind it and the way it works just makes sense to me. And not only that, but it's also super, I think it's like, it's a really hyper efficient farm. And so I think you guys will enjoy that. So look forward to the iron farm. That will probably be the next thing I build, just because the iron farm is one of those things where if I can make the iron farm, I'll be much better off for it. But But yeah, other than that, I think once we get that going, I can go straight into storage, straight into the furnace stuff, and into all the other things. I'm not terribly pressed at the moment for some of those stuff. Like, I'm not really terribly concerned about, for example, I don't know. I'm not terribly concerned about the smelting, for example, right now. I don't have a particular urgent need for it. It's something that I certainly would like to kind of keep an eye on, but it's not one of those things where I'm just like, man, I need a smelter for a build. Like, that's just not something that's happening right now. So I'm not too worried about that. Also, I need to play my cards right here. Hold on, I need to make sure that okay, so obviously that's going to enter some kind of like planes or something. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Then we're just going to make a little platform out here. It's going to kind of be like my operational base for the time being. That way we can have a place where I can drop off some supplies and whatnots without too much of issue. Okay. So let's put the crafting bench there. Let's make a chest. So I have some version of hope that we can get this organized. Alright, so dirt can go in here. And let's put flint, snowballs in there. Snowballs are obviously whatever. I'm carrying emeralds because, you know, that's just kind of a me thing to do. Alright, and then let's go ahead and make some slabs. But yeah, once we get going here, should be fairly easy and self-sufficient to kind of make sure that things are working well. I'd imagine it's going to be pretty easy. I'm also, for those of you who are wondering about the ice farm, and you're like looking at me super sketchily right now, I'm sure, and going, Choco, what are you doing? I'm going to make it a single layer. I know that's like super sketch, but I'm going to try it because I don't know if I've ever made an ice farm before. I think this will actually be a first for me, so kind of curious to see how it goes. I have no clue. I legitimately don't know how this will go. So we're going to experiment. But yeah, so the roadmap looks something along the lines of like, we're going to take some time to go ahead. 5, 6, 7. We're going to take some time to go ahead and knock out ourselves like this ice farm here so we can move things along water currents a little bit faster. This could also raise the efficiency of our creeper farm. I've been giving that a little bit more thought lately. I might revisit the creeper farm to make something a little bit more efficient. We're not like going through our gunpowder or any kind of like quick rate or anything like that, so it's not a question of need really there. But I think I might want to revisit the creeper farm, if for no other reason, simply because of the fact that it's not a great farm. Like, it's right now where it's sitting at, it's not bad, but it doesn't generate like nearly enough gunpowder for me to make duration 3s. I've also like, okay, so apparently duration rockets, like the duration of the rocket itself matters a lot. I know like a lot of people are just gonna facepalm and be like, yes, Choco, as it turns out duration matters. But like, I didn't know that. Like, I thought it was gonna be like a very small thing, but I guess it's like a very like meaningful difference. So I think we might want to revisit that because I think I would rather move from duration 1 rockets to duration 3 rockets at some point. So also another thing that might be on the horizon for us. Again, I'm not 100% sure about all these things, but I think that's also something that's in the roadmap. We have quite a few things I want to do in the pipeline because this is, after all, at the end of the day, from my perspective, a very important part of, you know, how to Minecraft. So that's going to be kind of where my head's at. So for those of you who are wondering, it's like, okay, Choco, kind of like, we've been seeing how this has been going for a while. What are your general plans, though? That's kind of where my head is at. The farms, we're not in a particular rush. Right now, the big thing for people on the server, of course, would be like the corrupted dimension, right? Being able to fight the bosses and getting that custom gear and all that good stuff. And while that's really fun and everything, it's not something that I think we're meant to grind a whole lot of. So I'm going to go ahead and just like leave it alone for a little bit. I'll like, I'm not going to like avoid it, but I don't think I'm going to particularly go out of my way to do that just yet. I think that'll be something that like maybe in the future I'll worry about. But for right now, I think I want to get my farm systems up and running just so we can continue to like make cool things and we can host like community events and stuff like that. And this should help out a lot of people. I also think that the furnace array in particular might be of use, especially for folks like Kara and PD and people who tend to build a little bit more on the server. I feel like this could be a fairly good thing for them because, you know, they build. So think that it makes some sense that if we make some stuff that would help with the acquisition of materials, especially for building, that everyone would get some kind of good benefit out of it. So that is the current game plan, but hopefully that makes sense. All right, I am feeling pretty good about this. It's not a ton of pods, but let's go ahead, before I get too carried away, let's go ahead and seal this pod off here. Yeah, sorry, Stone. All right, so we're gonna seal the pods now. And then I'm gonna take, I'm sorry, I have like this weird like itch going on my nose. I'm gonna take these buckets here, we're gonna fill it up with water. And I'm just gonna go ahead, those are skeletons. Those are turtles. So we're just gonna go ahead, get some water here. I'm gonna go back up. Go back up. And then we're gonna make an infinite water source and we're gonna fill these things in. And I think you guys are gonna really, I don't know. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the series so far. I know a lot of people are, of course, like, I know some of you are, you know, agents of chaos and are just like, hey, Choco, you know, it'd be really funny. And what we'd want to watch, you break the server. And I'm just like, bruh. like actually just bruh. Like, I'm not gonna break the server. Not intentionally anyways. ... That makes me sound super shady, I'm not gonna lie. That made me sound a little bit more on the shadier side of things than I originally had intended. Alright, cool. And we already have one ice thing freezing there, which is kind of nice. Alright, so I believe that the way this works, right, is that if I were in theory to do something like put it down the middle, then these guys will all freeze. Now, I think they need direct exposure to light. If I'm not mistaken. Almost ate a golden apple, which is sort of like making water, question mark. Oh, that is much faster. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that from now on. Okay, and then just a nice little infinite water source going on here. Very nice, cool. All right, we already have some ice things going. Cool beans. All the puns intended. Yeah, I'm pretty good with that. All right, so that's obviously not all there is to it, though. We are going to need a couple of other things going on here. I actually would like this slabs back. We don't need a terrible lot of them. Please don't shoot me off this. That'd be incredibly obnoxious. All right, slabs. Maybe some stone. All right, so. Oh, right, this is a. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're just gonna go ahead and cap it like that. And we're just going to make a little zigzag pattern at the top so it makes that infinite water source. And so what we're doing right here, as a quick little explanation, is I'm making this little zigzag pattern. And so you know how we just made the infinite water sources? I'm just making sure that those never freeze. So no matter what happens, if I mine the ice, the water can always come back, is the hopeful goal. Although apparently I missed this one, which is not great. All right, cool. And then this was something else that I guess everyone besides me knew about, which is kind of not great. But I suppose that the way this works as well is that this actually has the ability to... so, I mean, I guess I mentioned it already. But whenever I was looking into this, I actually thought you couldn't make blue ice. I thought blue ice was like a special thing that was unique to certain kinds of biomes and stuff. But I guess it's not. So... kind of an interesting thing. So we can theoretically again make the blue ice like we were saying earlier, but it's expensive. It's going to be a lot of ice, and it's I don't really know if I want to be using my playtime collecting a lot for blue ice. So we might cheapen out on a couple of builds here and there, because in a normal SMP, like if you're playing this on your own world and you probably don't have plates. I mean, maybe you do, but maybe you do before someone yells at you and you're just like, get off it. But if you were not on a particular playtime, or you can leave it running, especially you can AFK, there are definitely a lot of things that could, like, you can make blue ice until the cows come home. It wouldn't really be that big of a deal or particularly hard for that matter. But it's one of those things where you would certainly benefit more. I'm just going to stick with probably, I think, packed ice over blue, just because of a time constraint. So I think that will be my goal as of this particular moment. Okay. Harvest these up. All right, cool. So now what I'm hoping to see here, if I'm lucky, if I did this right, is, so this is all freezing, that's all great and whatever. But if I do this, oh, rip. Well, that's not what I want to do. All right, so if I do this and I just go boop, 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 ba-doop, what I should see here, wow, I didn't realize it's like an instant snap. I have to be really careful here. Is that no matter what, our water will refill. Which is kind of strange because I kind of feel like we had a couple of diagonals in a row, so I kind of thought that would snap. But with this, we should always be able to recover our water, and I don't have to manage like the water self-sustaining itself. It should always just be self-sustained, and I can go ahead and do this. Now, there are a couple of other notes, right? I'm not sure how much more effective it would be to do it this way, but I was thinking that maybe what I would do is I would also do like a lane system for this. So it's always like, I don't know if that, like how much that hurts my productivity of it. But I was thinking that what we could do is we could just run around with like a 2 wide thing of water. So it's always next to a solid block. But again, I don't know. This seems to be working pretty all right. We already have 74 glass. We're looking for, I don't remember how much we're looking for. How much are we looking for? I love this light Matica thing, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Okay, so we're not going to be using packed. Wait, no, we are using packed ice. So I need 92 packed ice, which is going to mean that I'm going to need. Oh, and I'm going to need way more than this in general in the future. But for right now, 92. So 92 times 9 is going to bring us to 828. 92 times 9, 828. That sound about right? So yeah, here we go. And maybe we can afford a couple more pods, because while we're here, we obviously would like for this to kind of keep on going, right? The less downtime we have, the better off we are. I know there are like really crazy builds out there where people are just like, hey man, you could always just do it this way, and then like my mind melts because I'm just like, how does one ascend? How does one claim the Minecraft version of the Infinity Gauntlet to be able to achieve this level of like imagination and just like intelligence? Like how do I become the supreme intelligence, please? Please, Mojang, make me learn. I want to get a brain. That's all I want. All I want. What do you want for Christmas? The intelligence to make a good farm. And yet, every year, Mojang never returns my calls. All right, let's go back. And let's go ahead and get some more stone. And then we'll continue on with our business. But yeah, so ice, good for movement things. So obviously, I think the subway is using ice right now. In addition, like you can, so ice is fast. Packed ice is faster. Blue ice is like ludicrously fast, right? Ice also has some weird properties. I think it's like if you put it underneath soul sand, it will make the soul sand more soul sandy, where it like slows you down a lot more. It amplifies the effect. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say that it also has some really weird attributes. Like if you put it underneath a block, I could be wrong about this. I think it's like if you put it underneath a block, the block inherits the slipperiness of the ice or something along those lines. It's been a while, but yeah, ice is weird, man, but it's really useful. And the item, like, I like to think of as like of conveyor belts, basically. But like the ice conveyor belts are super helpful because ice conveyor belts move items much more rapidly, which helps your server out a little bit because the entities aren't hopefully running around for too terribly long. But should be pretty good. We go over here. Also, I apologize again for this hot mess that you guys are having to be looking at. I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about that. And also, again, please let me know how you feel about H6M. I would like to do RL Craft. I'm not quite sure when that'll kick off, but I would like to do that sometime soon. It might even be as soon as when this video goes up. I have no idea, but we'll see. I think I would like to bring back at least one solo series for me to do, because I kind of do miss having one thing in particular that's just like at my own pace and at my own leisure, and I hop on, I kind of do whatever I want, and I always know like exactly what's happening everywhere. But might be something there for me to kind of look into. Although I did have some people that are basically telling me like they're kind of worn out from KwehCraft already, which is a little bit alarming because it just came out. But let me know how you guys feel about that too. I guess I'll wait for the comments on this video before committing to KwehCraft, because I don't know how you guys would feel about that. I know like anytime I ask anything from Twitter, it's like, hey, how would you all feel about blah? I get way more responses than people that actually do follow up with it. So I'm kind of curious. YouTube comments tend to be a little bit more accurate. So if you guys would be so kind as to like let me know, I'd appreciate that. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess just make you can just make it match. All right. And also, I don't know. This could be the arrogance in me talking. I have no idea. But I think we have a pretty good shot of cracking the case on KwehCraft. I think if there's any bird who could do it, it would be me. Because I can be resourceful. I have a very methodical way of playing the game. It won't be the fastest playthrough of KwehCraft, I can tell you that, but I think we can make something work. All right, let's see here. And what do we got going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that means we should have a little wally wall right here, which indeed does match up. Then we just fill this bad boy in and we're all good. Oh man, I really hope I'm not coming down with the cold. That would be really awful. Oh, it's October. Halloween's around the corner. Oh man. It's weird. Temperature-wise, I actually enjoy this time of year the most, I think, but it's also typically the time when bad things happen to me. I don't know, man. I'm not superstitious, I don't think, but I also don't like tempting fate. And every time, this time of year, sketchy things happen. I don't like it, man. I am not a fan of the spooky things. I'm not a fan of things I can't explain. Alright, we got this all squared away and settled out. Let's go ahead and get some of these slabs going. Oh, and by the way, I'm sure some of you are curious about this, as I tend to have to remind myself sometimes that even though I figured something out because I had to do a lot of research on it because small brain, sometimes you guys are also like, hey Choco, I don't really know what's going on with this. Could you explain like why you're doing this? Because half the time you're like, there's a much better way, Choco, stop being dumb. But in my mind, I'm doing this because of the fact that I want to be able to move around pretty freely. I'm not worried about, I guess mobs can spawn in water, but I'm not too worried about the mob spawning on here. It's a pretty small space. But in addition to that, and I guess more importantly than that, the idea is that if I put light down here, it's going to melt the ice, and that's going to cause like weird things to happen. So I prefer not to have that be a thing. Oh man, maybe I am getting sick. Please no. Okay. And then take some more of these. Whoop. No! Oh, well, I mean, I kind of do need them. How many do we have? I need some of them. Where are you? I know I need you some. Okay. I know I need you some. I know I need some of you. All right, so there we go. That should be enough. And then we'll just replace. One day, Choco will be a full brain. May not be today, but one day. One day, Choco will get a brain. I pre-ordered it off Amazon. Should be good. All right, so boop. And my goodness me. This is quite... This is actually surprising. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing pretty okay. I was starting to get a little bit worried. I was like, I don't know. It's giving me that weird vibe. I sometimes get like this vibe whenever I'm playing where I'm like, oh, this build will only take me like X amount of time. And then I look at the clock and it's like, you have been playing for 3 years. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean I've been playing for how long? I'm over here making the Jumanji meme like it's nothing. Okay. Something like that. Yeah, there we go. Didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. Oh, it's probably because of that block right there. Question mark? How about you try that again, shall we? I always have such a hard time differentiating blocks in the water. Alright. And... Huh? Something like that. There. Nope. I missed a block over here. Nope. Missed a block over here. What block did I miss? Did I miss one like over here or something? Oh, I missed that block right there. RIP. Oh, man. All right. One more set. Okay, so we're 3 over right now. So it should just be as simple as 1, 2, and 3. Yep, just as advertised. All right, cool. So now I just need to get my booty on up. Yeah, climb on up here. And we're going to continue our little zigzag pattern. All right, so now let's whip out the slabs. Okay. And like that. I think we are on the right path here. I'm gonna be like so incredibly annoyed if this is like one off or something strange. Oh, it's like making like a cool design. Yeah, we'll make them like link up. Sure, why not? Okay. All right, cool. I don't know why I went all the way there, but yeah, cool. All right, so now it should be as simple as me just removing these, and we can go ahead and have ourselves some fun. So I need just enough here to satisfy what I had said originally. I forget what the number was, but I think it was like 828. So I need that many blocks of ice, and that'll be enough for enough to make the iron golem thing that we are going to be building, and that should be fine. This is actually kind of a cool looking build, TBH. You know what? I'm gonna be a monster, and you guys will know the secret of this, but no one else will, which is, I guess, the important part here. But those are all gonna be slabs, and no one ever has to know the truth. No one ever has to know the horrors of what we've done in this place. Okay. Get all that sorted out and squared away. Make sure that we broke the blocks that are necessary. I guess we can come here actually whenever it's nighttime. I suppose in nighttime it's a little bit easier because the skylight is not as bad. So I suppose that coming here during the nighttime is not a horribly bad idea. Might be a good way for us to use the night times actually, because right now it's like nighttime happens and we can't really do much of anything. I can't trade during nighttime. I can't really do much during nighttime. Nighttime is kind of a miserable time during the Minecraft day. Okay, this pickaxe is actually like low-key a little bit too good at what it does. Mild concern. Yeah, we don't need a haste beacon for this. I thought ice took a little bit more to break, but it's going pretty quick. Wow, look at this. This is nuts. I broke a block. We might get done with this a lot faster than I originally thought. Look at this. So wait, we need 828, right? So I guess, well, the first milestone that we're looking for is I would like to eventually occupy all of these, which will guarantee that I'm at 9. What was 828? 828. So 140 off. So maybe like 12 stacks, maybe? I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't do the maths. My brain is frazzled. I don't know what's going on, man. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Oh, you know what would have been smart? Dang, I didn't even think about that. We could have put dirt here. Because dirt would have been not as easy to break with the pick. Even at efficiency 5 picks, it's not going to do a whole lot. That would have been the smart thing to do here, I think. Alas, I did not think that through. I do love my... I love my depth striders. They make me happy inside. Okay. And then we just have to keep on doing this over and over and over again. I know it seems tedious, but like this is kind of the nature of what it is. Outside of AFK farms, this is pretty much what you're doing anyhow. Like maybe you make it a little bit more efficient, but realistically, this is what you're doing. I suppose nothing really stopped. I don't know why I ended up separating them into like little. Oh, well, I guess it's because you want to make sure that they're given the chance to propagate more ice from the sides, right? So, all right, cool. Okay, so we got ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5.5-ish. Call it 5.5 stacks. Be a minute. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick on. Alright, hopefully I don't have like a giant booger just hanging off my face. Oh man. Oh, it looks like the answer is about... So I'm looking for about 13 stacks of ice is what chat is telling me for the amount of ice we need. So 4 more off of that. Was I even close? I don't even remember what I estimated it at. Alright, cool. So ice farm here. And we'll leave that be. I suppose this actually means that I would prefer to build something here if I can. Kind of a weird thing to realize right about now, but maybe we'll make the iron farm around these parts. Maybe. Let's do a little bit of prospecting, shall we? Well, if I were to make a farm, I'd build it over on this side. Over by the plains. It's flatter, it's easier to work with. With that said, I'm not going to be in range of this thing. So I don't think I worry about that. I'm thinking we're just going to build in the desert. The desert's a weirdly perfect place to build our farms as well. Which is really handy. But we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to wait for these to propagate a little bit more. And yeah, tell you what. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to cut right here. This is going to be me collecting ice. And then we'll be back when we have 13 stacks, because that'll be what I need for the ice for the other part of the, like, for the iron golem field, or build. I swear, sometimes choco brain. Not the best of brains, but we'll have to do for now. But anyways, we'll be back and when we have 13 stacks. All right, so we're back. We've managed to wrap it up. We got our 13 stacks of ice, which we're going to now combine into packed ice, which should be pretty darn cool. Now, again, this is for the intended use of using this bad boy with a whole lot of benefit for our iron golem farm. that we're gonna be making. I'm not going to showcase it here because I'm going to leave it for that video so people don't get like spoiled from it right now. If you want to look it up on the original channel, then by all means go show some love there. But yeah, we're going to spend some time, make this new iron golem farm, and this thing should pop off. But this is going to be used for the collection system. I always thought that this would be worse for the servers to have like items just like flying around everywhere, but I guess it's preferable, so that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to go ahead and be working on that probably next time, because we're gonna need the iron for the hoppers to support the mine carts and support everything else. Like, I mean, it's not quite as big of a deal, but like pistons, dispensers, stuff like that. We're also gonna need redstone, but we obviously have a way to do that now with clerics, and we have a high enough amount of emerald count that we can go ahead and rock through with that. And I think overall we're in pretty good shape. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. Got a bunch of packed ice to our name. I mean, I suppose we could keep, if I really wanted to go nuts, I guess we could also then try to evolve this to blue ice. But from what I saw on the test world of it, there's no point. It would help a little bit maybe, but like it's not gonna be the big deal. So anyways, thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like rating down below. Subscribe to the channel for new notifications if you'd like to be notified. All that good stuff. Today, ice. Tomorrow, the world. No, tomorrow specifically is going to probably be, I want to say it's the iron farm, so that'll probably be that. Also, again, please do let me know how you feel about the RL craft stuff down below in the comments if you're watching this video. I'll be taking a look at that before I make a decision about the RL craft stuff. And yeah, let me know how you feel about H6M and kind of like what you would like to see from me, what you would like to come next on here. I'll tell you right now, if you're going to come out here and be like, hey, Choco, you should TNT everyone else's base. And also, you should go, like, I don't know, be a terrible person, be really horribly mean and all this stuff. Like, fam, I can't help you there, but if you have other ideas for, like, what you would do, something that might be cool, let me know. Because I think right now, in my mind, we are now in farm mode. I don't really think there's, like, yeah, the corrupted dimension's a thing, but I don't have a pathway to get there except for making money. And money is, like, a really weird thing for me at the moment, because, like, we could make a lot of money, but should we make a lot of money is a different question. And as of right now, the answer I seem to have received is no. So we're going to hold off a little bit longer, but stay tuned for that. If we do end up kind of being able to like let go and go like ham taro on the money and stuff like that, maybe there will be something a little bit different in the pipeline. Yeah, in terms of like the farm stuff and the underbelly stuff, there's quite a few things that need done, but I think iron will be the first linchpin. Because actually, you know, we talked about iron a whole lot this episode. I never even showed you guys what the situation is. Let me show you guys what the situation is. All right, so check this out. If I'm gonna go sleep first actually before I do literally anything else. Okay. Server's a little bit laggy, that's fine. Alright. Alright, so if I go this way, and we go to the iron golem farm, I'll show you what I mean. Also, let me know if any of you guys happen to know what's going on with this, because I'm a little bit confuzzled by this. I don't think I have an answer as to why it happened this way. So currently, these things are supposed to be alternating. I don't know why it changed, but for some reason, it like went to both of them being at the same height. I don't know why that is. Actually, maybe I should change that while I'm here. I should probably change it while I'm here. Can I change it while I'm here? Yeah, I could do that. I can make that. Oh, Lord. That was really close to being like a perfect run. All right. So, yeah, the Iron Golem Farm. It's not that it's not working. Ah! Ah! Yeah, there's 36 golems here. The rate's not great, and it's also been kind of goofy. Oh, gracious me. Okay, yerp. No, come on! Darn it. I can make this. Hold on. I can make this. No! Don't be a jerk. Oh. No! Now I'm just gonna, be stubborn about it. Come on. Yes! Okay, cool. Alright, now... I guess we're going to be using the packed ice for something that was not... Oh, I don't know. This ice, the regular ice might not be able to make it. Alright, so I need this to go up one, right? You know what would have been really smart of me? If I had brought a, Wait, hold on. I can totally big brain this. Yeah, I can totally big brain this, hold on. If I do this, I'm gonna rip this out for a moment. Okay. And then okay, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna use the packed ice. I don't think packed ice can melt, but the other kind can. How do I do this? I don't think I can really do it. Ah, rip. Okay. I'm gonna need... It's a... Okay. Ow. Okay, alright. You know what? Not exactly what I was going for, but maybe workable? I need it to reach. Okay. Okay, and then... Oh no, are you kidding? Bruh, okay. Can I... Okay, we have to wait until this one triggers. This is the longest outro again! I'm so sorry I keep doing this to you guys. But, yeah, I thought this was gonna be a quick fix. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, this thing is not... I mean, I guess you can also take a moment to, like, kind of look at the way it's working, right? It's... The short of it is that it's not working well. Oh, all that packed ice I work for. I should recover a fair bit of it, if not all of it. But you can see here, the iron golems haven't been falling a whole lot. I have to wait for like the day-night cycle to pass. It's just, it works, but the problem is I have to be here for a while. I waste one day-night cycle. And when every minute counts on the server, kind of on the fence about it. It's not really a terribly great thing to have like this. Yeah. Yeah. Why you have to be mad? It's only game. You know, I suppose I could just forcibly rip it down, right? Yeah, why don't I just do that? Why did I not think of this? Why? You know, again, I am mystified with the people that are like, Joker knows how to play Minecraft. I'm like, are you sure about that? Are you positive? Because I'm not so sure about that. I've seen this Choco guy play. I'm not entirely sure he knows what he's doing. Take this moment, for example. Oh, you son of a goatfish. Like, are you kidding me? Maybe if I like do one packed ice behind, this should work, right? But then now it's like all goofed up and whatever. I can't believe I did that! Why? Why would I do such a thing? Can I even fix it if I wanted to from here? Maybe, probably. Yes, I certainly can. Okay, hold on. We can make this work. Okay. Then my Take this packed ice. Okay. We're gonna... Bruh! Nah. No. You see, I knew that was gonna happen, and I preempted it. I went, yeah, okay, whatever. No. Fool me once. Get me a Dorito. Fool me twice. I still want that Dorito. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now they should alternate, and on the next cycle, we should see that whole thing rocking and rolling, and everything should work fine. Everything goes according to plan. I think that was the right number. I think that's all of them back. So, yeah. Anywho, this should be fine. Should be fine. Should be groovy. But you know what? It's not good enough because it's not working reliably. It makes me sad. I should see an iron golem all the time being melted or something. Well, I mean, it's not melted. I don't have a kill chamber here. Also, I'm going to make a kill chamber on the new one because there's not really a point in MCMMO. Also, surprise, surprise, I learned that there's like MCMMO experience is different per mob. I know it's weird. Weirdly, the creepers are actually giving the max experience as far as I can find. I think it's like 50. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, so creepers are, I think, pretty good. Zombie pigmen are up there too. They're honestly not that much less efficient. The only problem that I have with the zombie pigmen, the creepers actually, is that the mob amounts are not great. The one nice thing is that they, we can use the gunpowder obviously, as we could, I guess, use the drops in the zombie pigmen, but it's one of those things where it's like the creepers are just not as plentiful as they need them to be, I guess. I'm not making any more sense. I'm just gonna stop. We're just gonna stop. Thank you very much for watching.